Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would make a nice dinner for myself since I'm off today, and I'm hoping there'll be leftovers because I have to work tomorrow, and so I can just heat them up when I get home. So I have this chicken breast. I would normally like to cut it myself, but it looks like it's kind of already cut open. So I'm just going to use some cream cheese. I've got the Philadelphia cream cheese. I think it's the herb and garlic flavor. And I'm just going to put some inside this chicken breast. I'm not a really big fan of chicken breasts, but they had them on sale, so I picked one up. So I'm just going to put some inside there, and then we're going to wrap it up and put it in the oven. So yeah, I would normally like to cut it myself because I can get a little bit more of an even cut. This is a little janky, this one, but we're going to make it work. So I've got some maple flavored bacon, which is my favorite. So I'm going to take some of this and just wrap it around the chicken breast. I should have been a bit smarter at this point. I just grabbed a slice and started wrapping, and then, of course, needed more. So I had to wash my hands and grab a bunch more bacon. So just pull out like 4 slices of bacon all at the same time. Then you don't have to wash your hands quite so often. So yeah, just wrap it around as best you can. And then I always put a toothpick in it just to hold it in place. It's nice to have the bacon wrapped around the chicken because A, it tastes delicious, but B, it's also going to keep the cheese from melting outside of the chicken breast and getting all over my cast iron. There we go. Got toothpicks to hold it into place. And then I decided to add one more slice of bacon because I didn't want the ends to get all dried out. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of chicken breast as it is. And so if it goes dry, it tastes even worse. So I grabbed another slice of bacon and just stretching it out a little bit. And then I'm going to put it lengthwise on the chicken breast so that it covers up the ends of the chicken. So I've got my cast iron ready. I believe that's my 8-inch cast iron, just a little tiny one. And I'm just gonna take away my cutting board and get it washed so I can get my potatoes ready. So I've got these little mini potatoes. I'm just gonna slice them up a little bit and season them, and we'll add them to the mix as well. So we're going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil just so that all our seasoning sticks to the potatoes. Don't need a lot, maybe like a teaspoon or so. And then I'm adding a little bit of salt, a little bit of garlic powder, and that you can add to your liking. Maybe a half a teaspoon of each. There's not a lot of potatoes there. A little bit of onion powder. And some herbes de Provence. Adds a nice flavor. I really enjoy using that from seasoning my potatoes. Give it a little shake, and then just mix it around. Get all the oil and the seasonings all stuck on the potatoes. And again, I'm just cooking for myself, so I'm okay with using my hands. And then we just add them right into the cast iron with the chicken. And there we go. If you wanted to, you could stop right there and put that right into the oven. I've got my oven preheating at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. So I have some washed baby carrots that I'm going to make, and I'm going to use this little, I think it's stoneware pot. It's very tiny. It looks like one that you would make French onion soup in, but I only needed something little. But I like to add brown sugar to my carrots, so I needed a separate pan to cook them in, or a pot to cook them in. So I'm just going to add a little bit of salt, about maybe 2 teaspoons, maybe a teaspoon and a half of brown sugar. And you can use any kind of brown sugar you want. I make my own, so you can use as dark or as light as you like. And then a little bit of butter. And then that's it. That's ready to go in too. It's a nice, easy recipe there. Cook them with the lid on so they don't get all dried out. So I'm going to pop the lid on, and all of this is going to go into the oven. It's just nice to make a real meal with real food. So about 30 minutes in, I took all the food out of the oven just to give it a little stir around, make sure everything's cooking properly. And then we're going to flip that chicken, give the carrots a stir, and then that's going to go back in the oven as well. Here we go. Carrots a little stir. And there we go. Everything back in the oven. So it'll go back in for a half hour, and then it's all done. timer's up. Everything is ready to go. And now it's time to put everything on a plate. So I hope you enjoyed me making dinner for myself. There is definitely enough food here for 2 meals. So I'm going to probably cut that chicken breast in half so you can see that it's all cooked and juicy and delicious. And then half the potatoes and half the carrots and half the chicken are going to go into a container into the fridge. And I will be heating that up for my dinner after work tomorrow. I am trying really hard to make real meals for myself with real food. I'm trying to shop on the outside aisles of the grocery store and just trying to keep myself healthy. So I'm going to get this all plated. And there is so much food here. There's definitely enough here for me to have dinner tomorrow night as well after work. It'd be a nice, easy thing for me to just heat up out of the fridge. And that way I won't find myself just having a piece of toast with peanut butter on it. Something a little bit healthier is nice. It's a super, super easy meal to make. I am no chef by any means, but this did turn out really, really good. So I'm just going to pop the toothpicks out of this chicken and get it plated for you. So you can have a look and see. I'm going to cut it in half so you can see what it looks like on the inside. But you'll notice there's really no cream cheese that squished out of the chicken. So the bacon did its job. So just grab a knife here and cut this chicken in half so you can see what it looks like. It turned out beautiful. Nice and juicy and cheesy and fantastic. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it inspired you to make yourself a nice dinner. Let me know in the comments below if you made this recipe or what your favorite thing is to make for yourself. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.